It's all well and good closing these asylum hotels, but they've got to go somewhere else. And the latest madcap idea, Mr Speaker, we hear from the opposite benches, is to build council houses for illegal migrants crossing the Channel. Does the Minister think that will help smash the gangs?
I'm afraid the honourable gentleman should spend less time reading newspapers and more time listening to what's said in this chamber. He will have heard from me, he will have heard from my right honourable friend, the Home Secretary, through our asylum policy statement, the most significant change to our asylum system in a generation, far in my lifetime, because it's not just about managing those who need support in the here and now, it is reducing numbers. People seeking sanctuary in this country is up significantly at a time when it is down significantly across the European Union. We are seen as the golden ticket. We're going to reduce hotel. The honourable gentleman shouts from long range at me, and having been near him at the football, I know he has a pair of pipes on him when he wants to use them. But there is a reason, Mr Speaker, why the honourable gentleman does not want to hear me answer the question, because he knows he'll get a serious answer. Not a three-word answer, but one that says we are going to reduce the numbers of people who need support in this country. That's how we'll close the hotels.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and Happy New Year to you and your team. I welcome the Minister's commitment to closing the Tory Asylum Hotel in Gloucester by the end of this Parliament. He'll know that I've raised with him in the past about the plight of families who live next door to that hotel, who are having to deal with an increase in antisocial behaviour, also constant protests on their front door, and YouTubers turning up trying to get a Vox Pop reaction at 11 o'clock at night. What support can we give to those families who are having to deal with a hotel on their doorstep that they didn't plan on having when they moved in?
We are very mindful that whatever the nature of the supported accommodation, it should tread as lightly as possible on the community and on its neighbours. I would say to the honourable gentleman, we're standing up a capacity within the Home Office to make sure that local police are sharing information, and we're sharing information with local police around possible vulnerabilities, particularly in some of the cases he's talking about there. So if he's able to share that information to make sure that we've got that, and we're making sure local authorities, local police, alongside ourselves in national government, are supporting the community to the fullest degree possible.
Chris Phillips, Shadow Home Secretary.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and Happy New Year. The Minister keeps saying he intends to end the use of asylum hotels, but the most recent figures show that under this government there are now more illegal immigrants in asylum hotels than there were at the time of the election. The numbers are going up. 41,000 illegal immigrants crossed the Channel last year, a 40% increase on 2023. Does the Minister agree with the Prime Minister's admission in an astonishing letter to President Macron that this government has no deterrent to stop these crossings? Isn't the truth this? This government has no control of illegal immigration, and the only way to stop the crossings is to leave the ECHR and deport anyone arriving here illegally within a week.
Well, again, Mr Speaker, the honourable gentleman, I remember he was sat right in that seat. I'm afraid the Leader of the Opposition had moved him down a seat for this. But he heard when my right honourable friend, the Home Secretary, talked about building the deterrent factor for this country. He was there because he was opposing the legislation when we passed the legislation on the Borders Act that passed only in the last few days of the last parliamentary year. That is part of our deterrent. He knows it because he opposed it.